Hey everybody, Izzy Craze 365 here, and welcome back to a little bit more of the Kingdom Hearts story. So we're playing through Kingdom Hearts 2 now. Last time we just finished the Roxas section of the game, which is, in actuality, the entire tutorial. It only takes about 3 hours, and it includes a ton of cutscenes. So right now we are regaining control of Sora, and we are going to be going through what remains of Twilight Town and one other special area. This is going to be a short stream, so apologize for those of you who are expecting a little something more in-depth, but this is a very short world because we've already done 3 hours of it as Roxas. As a reminder, for those of you who are just tuning in, I'm playing through all of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 before the premiere drop of Kingdom Hearts 3 on January 29th, 2019. I'm going through every level, skipping some of the optional stuff, but overall I am going to be hitting as many cutscenes as I can just to show everybody the story and explaining what's going on. So if you have any questions about Kingdom Hearts, what's going on, a mechanic or something, feel free to ask. I am more than happy to explain everything. Right here we've got, if you've got time, why don't you get a job? Oh wait, I don't think they're hiring right now. Thanks, Olette. So right now, this is all the, guys we were playing along with as Roxas. So you had Olette, this is Pence, and this is Hayner, Roxas's best friend. Oh wow, I'm actually impressed. I thought it was going to lock me out of going to different places. We're going to do a quick loop around the entire area. Now that we have regained control as Sora, we have Jiminy's journal, which tells us how many treasure chests we have left in an area. So we've got Cypher's gang here.
Hey you, where'd you come from? You here to pick a fight with us or something?
Fight?
I love how Sora's clothes just don't fit him anymore. Like, notice how short his pants are, how his sleeves are way too high.
Smart Alex. Time to teach you how to behave in my town. Bring it.
Man, what a jerk.
You said it, Sora.
One moment.
No fighting. This guy finally talks.
If you're gonna fight, why not make it a proper struggle?
What?
You see, Cypher, I'm a really big fan.
What?
Stupid Java updates.
In other words, I want to see more of your super cool moves.
Jeez.
You
a
handled
fanboy.
the tournament with real style, and you absolutely dominated the title match.
So
But
if
I
you
just
remember in
can't
Roxas'
get enough.
match, Vivi
Don't
took
you
over
see?
Cypher.
The matches are far too short.
And then Cypher just kind
And
of
what's your
dropped
name?
out.
Sora.
Sora, if you want to fight a match, you just say the word.
So this is unlocking a mini game in Jiminy's journal, which I could do now, but if you look, it's... Oh. I guess there's no mini game thing yet. I'm not going to do it. I'll wait till later levels. Because again, right now we're just trying to get through plot stuff and collect treasure chests. Because treasure chests are what make the world go round. Is this the tram commons? Market Heights Station? Sure, this is one of the other areas. We don't actually want to go up to the top of the, Okay, I actually do end up looking through here in the tram commons area. Normally you would get a skateboard in this area. Anywhere in Twilight Town for quick traveling. I have no idea why there is no. Huh. Oh, and all of these side things are opened. Those are the subways which let you go downstairs. Got a potion. Where's that? Where's the tram? Where's the tram? There's no tram. Okay. Ah, my buddy Raging Dragon is now online. Cool. I got one of these, and I can get a Shadow Anklet. Equipment's actually useful in this game, so I will purchase that. Okay, so there's no jobs right now, and again, those are going to come back as mini-games. There's a potion here. What can I buy? Already have one of those. So I make it a point to try to get at least one of everything in this game. I did it in Kingdom Hearts 1 as well, but money is a little bit tighter in that game because you need it for everything. And again, you get most of your best items from literally just playing through the story mission and they are dropped to you. Oh, this would be so much quicker if I actually had a frickin' skateboard. Words you will never hear me say normally because I hate the skateboarding mechanic. I thought it added something really, really dumb to the game. There's another one. A tent. Tents are always good to have if you don't have a safe point anywhere nearby. Oh, bees! Bees! Bees!
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all the bees. I thought there was one in here. What am I to do? Just kill the bees. So there is a treasure chest up here. I need high jump and double jump to get it. Or glide to glide across. I don't currently have either of those. Or any of those, rather. I need a ton of drive abilities to get them. High jump comes from Valor form, which we'll run into in a minute. Dash comes from Wisdom form. And, well, dodge roll comes from Limit form. Double jump comes from Master form, and glide comes from Final form, which you don't get till the very end of the game. Wow, he didn't stay online very long. Alright. Let's just run up here. See, I know there's another way around. There's no point in talking to most of these people. They have no information for me. That was a treasure chest. I'm pretty sure there's another one over here. Yep. Right there. Hop! Hop! Give me an item. There's the other one, and this would be the glide spot for me. Already got that one, so we're just going to hop down here, and always remember that if you attack when you jump somewhere, you normally get a little bit more movement.
Yeah.
Raging Dragon is back once again. I thought there was one over here. I guess not. I do not think I am allowed to go back into the mansion at this point, because that has a bunch of treasure chests. But that place is also full of, this is another mini-game where you have to beat all these in a minimum number of hits. The problem is only your finishing moves can destroy them. And it's a really tedious thing, but you can actually get it in one hit if you have a lot of negative combos equipped. Let's check Jiminy's journal real quick. Journal. Because now we can see treasures. Okay, so missed... These three I know are in the very last area. So we've got 4 more treasure chests. One of which is, I'm assuming, on that top area, which we could not get to. The rest, I'm pretty sure, are going to be down here in the subways. So we're going to run over here. That's not the subway entrance. Where's the subway entrance? It's over here. Ah. And trying to roll is just... Oh, okay, I guess I can't go there. Let's head over to the hole in the wall if there's nothing up. What's this? Okay. I learned synthesis, I believe, as soon as I get to the next area. I just need to meet a few Moogles that explain the very basics. Unlike Kingdom Hearts 1, the synthesis shop is open from the get-go in this game, which makes it very, very useful. And also, you need to level up your Moogle ridiculously. Oh, I can go in here. That's impressive. I don't think there's any nobodies in here. There might be a few, but I know there's... Oh, okay, it's just Vivi. And it's real Vivi, it's not creepy Vivi. So here's one treasure chest. There should be 3 in this area. Again, the treasure chests that are listed in the journal will never show you an area that you don't have access to or haven't seen yet. So right now, this is going to be the 3rd and last one for down here. Yeah. So if we check the journal real quick, that's pretty much all of them except for this one right here. And these 3. These 3 I'm pretty sure up at the station heights. That one I just can't get to yet because, well, I don't have the movement abilities. Next time I return to Twilight Town, I will at least have high jump. So I'll be able to get a little bit closer, but I think I do need to get at least double jump, which means halfway through the game. But, you know, no rush. I'm pretty sure it's probably just a synthesis item. Some treasure chests will have really awesome gear in them. The gear we want in this game is cosmic stuff. In Kingdom Hearts 1, it was Omega, and those were dropped by behemoths or secret bosses. This game, Cosmic Arts, Cosmic Ring, Cosmic Belt. Top tier stuff right there. And I think you only get one of each. And they immediately just go on Sora. Like, they're too good. This tells us, yeah. This is another mini game. You gotta knock this thing up the hill. They added a ton of NPCs to just walk around. Because again, the worlds have now been separated and the worlds are fixed. So there's no real need to have things split. Everybody in these worlds actually belongs here and is populated. So as we run through the worlds, there's going to be a lot more NPC characters that we see. I don't think this is a boss fight. It shouldn't be. It might be a dusk fight. This game also loves to throw forced fights in that you just can't, like this. You can't advance until you beat. And it's dusks. We've already learned dusks are simple. They're little zipper mouths. Yeah, no, summon that Keyblade, Sora. And that's one of the things that, Sora's Keyblade in all of the games always starts off as the Kingdom Key, and normally his best Keyblade has always been... Whoa, I don't have reversal? What is this noise? Reverse Sora? Okay, well, that's really weird. Donald's magic. Okay, so Donald and Goofy normally level up around the same time. It takes a little bit more for Sora. I'm at the tail end of them. So like previous games where Donald was the weak one and Goofy was the strong one, I am the weakest one now. But it also doesn't matter because... Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Why can't I do a reversal on these things? This is the last one, I'm pretty sure. Oh boy, birds! Okay, more magic, more Izzy. Oh no! Oh no, that's a... Oh no, those are flyers. I thought that was a Dragoon for a second. Dragoons I would not be able to handle at this point in the game. Oh, it just ends? Oh, come on, Sora. Get your butt into it. Yeah, Mickey is a ninja. So this right here shows if there's ever a fight that, from this point forward, where you're about to lose, Mickey will stop by and save your butt. And let Sora rest for a second.
Shh. You gotta board the train and leave town. The train knows the way. Here.
So that's the 5,000 money. Again, this was given to Mickey by Riku, but he looks like Ansem right now.
The king? Was that really him?
Yep.
It could have been. Yep, I know it was.
I mean, it could have been his heartless or his nobody. So,
the king was locked in the realm of darkness, right?
With Riku.
But
Come on, make the connection,
we just
Sora.
saw him.
Which means
and
Riku's...
if the king is here, that means
but Riku
Riku's
doesn't
here.
look like the way you think he looks.
He's gotta be.
So,
well,
the way the game
I'm
design
gonna go
works...
look for Riku.
Yeah.
Then he and I can go back to the islands together.
And
Kyrie's
this is
there waiting
the
for
plot
us.
of the game, where
What are you
Sora's
two
trying to, you know, get back with his friends.
Of course, Sora. You have to ask.
We're going with you.
What's
So yeah, first game was Sora finding his friends. The second game is him reuniting with them, because he knows they're safe now.
What do you say, guys? Let's stick together for one more journey.
It's gonna be more than just one, buddy.
To where again?
We have to board the train.
We have to board the train.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if this is a cutscene that's just gonna force me on it. There should be a chest around that corner and over there. 5,000 money inside for some reason. And the crystal orb. Notice those are the two things Riku stole from Roxas. And the Ansem report, too. We also get the secret Ansem reports earlier. Now, these are actually written by Ansem the Wise, a.k.a. Diz. Hence why he's so jaded. Along with the first Ansem report from Kingdom Hearts 1. The rest of the Ansem report from Kingdom Hearts 1, all the experiments, those were done by Xemnas, who took on Ansem's name. Ansem Xemnas, it adds an X. Real name is Xehanort. It gets confusing. Just know that there's the one main villain in this series goes by a lot of different names. Alright.
Wait up!
Fun.
Hey,
Come
Sora?
on.
What?
Nothing, but...
We came to see you off.
Why?
It just seemed like something we ought to do.
You met me like 5 minutes ago. We have no connection. But again,
Thanks.
Sora's is the heart that connects all people. So it makes
You
sense
should
that
hurry
they
and get
feel a
your tickets.
connection to him.
Right.
So I forget if the money is added to my account or if it's just used to pay for the tickets here. Yep, paid for the tickets.
Huh? What is that?
I've got one just like it.
They're the same.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
It's like two parallel worlds with the same stuff in it.
3 tickets, please.
So yeah, it wasn't completely pointless to do those mini games, but however much money you made, you don't get to keep as Sora. It all goes into that pouch, and now it's used. Would have been nice to keep that 5K money, though.
I can't help feeling like we won't see this town again.
Come on, Sora, you should know better than
Why
that.
not?
You're thinking too much.
You are.
Yeah.
So,
You're
Roxas thinks and broods. The reason why people love Roxas is because the personality he had in that last fight with Axel is his actual personality. Wait, this time it's free of charge? Yeah, except I don't get any, stuff. We are not boarding the train yet because there are 3 treasure chests in this high end. So yeah, Roxas is more brooding, he thinks things through a lot more than Sora, and he's significantly more badass because he wields 2 Keyblades innately. Sora is more happy-go-lucky, more thoughtful of others, and in general just has more friends, and that's the reason why. Sora's heart connects people and makes, friends easy. I believe that's every treasure chest except the one we can't get. Yep. Whereas Roxas, he just had the organization to look after him, and like his 2 friends were Axel and Xion, and Xion ceased to exist. Whereas Axel, is still his friend, but like Axel is really looking out for number 1 for the most part. He still looks out for Roxas, and this will change over the course of this game, but Axel, he actually has more character development than Sora does. Alright, we're just gonna board the train. Yeah, we're gonna get on. Talking to everybody in this game doesn't yield you anything. It just gives you some plot stuff or hints you in the direction
Okay,
you point.
let's go.
Also, unlike the
Bye.
Kingdom Hearts 1, you can't really freely
Hey,
go between
Sora?
worlds. If they don't want you in a
You
world,
sure we haven't met before?
it just tells you, oh, can't go this way for some reason, and it gives a reason.
Positive. Why do you ask?
Come on, Sora. You look you look nothing like Roxas.
I don't know.
And, these are the real versions of Hater Pencilette, not the digital versions of them.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing I was about to say.
Oh, he's crying. And hello, who do we have here? I know, but introduce
You
yourself.
okay?
Yeah. Don't know where it came from.
Dude, introduce
Put
yourself.
together.
Oh, hi, Scribble Slay here.
Right.
Welcome
See
to
ya.
the stream, buddy. So yeah, we just saw there that Sora shed a tear for people he never knew. And what that was a tear from Roxas, because Roxas is still connected to Sora. Because Sora connects everyone, and he remembers these friends who no longer remember him. And that's where that tear came from. We saw a very similar thing in Kingdom Hearts 1 when he was talking to Kairi. And, when Naminé was talking to Roxas. So, again, it's not the mind that connects people in this game, it's the heart, and the heart is where all of your memories are etched in. What do you think of that, Scribbles?
It's a little weird to try and grok just because, like, it can have the emotional connection, but making it so that you feel something you'd never experienced is a little...
I mean, well, Sora has always experienced friendship, and Sora has experienced a lot. He just doesn't really show or grow emotionally because he has a very strong support structure around him at all times. The one time you actually see Sora fall into despair is in Kingdom Hearts 1.
You know,
The end of Hollow Bash when or the middle when they leave him to go with Riku, and in Dream Drop Distance, which is a completely different kettle of fish. Oh, and he's sad for some reason. Why?
Yeah, we can
For
visit Painter
Dream
and
Drop
those
Distance?
guys
Oh,
again.
yeah, Dream Drop Distance. I'm also talking about what's going on with the stream here.
Oh,
Like, he was sad right there. But no, Dream Drop Distance, Sora does fall into despair, and that's what almost gets him captured. And I will go over that at another point, folks. But that's a lot. Dream Drop Distance and Birth by Sleep have a ton to unpack, and I'm not going to do it while I'm playing another game. Because there's a lot there. Those probably have the two most lore-heavy games. Alright, and here we have Riku.
Guess that's that.
Oh, no it's not. That's Axel.
Let's go.
Go where? It's not like we have homes to return to.
So Axel working with Ansem, quote-unquote,
We don't
Riku,
exist,
and
remember?
Naminé.
Yes, it's true. We may not have homes.
how many people get
But
called
there is
Ansem in
someplace
this
I want
series?
to go. And someone I want to see.
Only 3.
Same here.
Okay.
No. Wrong, Axel.
So-
Wrong.
You think you might let us go? I know you're here to get rid of us, but...
Diz wants to
I
get rid
forget,
of me.
is Naminé another... someone's duplicate?
You sure
No,
about this?
She is Kyrie's nobody.
I owe you both.
okay, but it's not like Roxas
For
where
what?
she's someone else's
No.
Castle Oblivion.
personality
Oh.
that was
You helped
entrusted
us.
to...
So Naminé was how nobodies
You
are
don't have to
created
tell
is
me
when
twice.
a heartless is created by a person, when their heart leaves their body and the shell is remained behind, and the darkness takes over the heart. Kyrie, as a princess of light, has no darkness in her heart, so there was never a heartless that could have been
Thank
created.
you.
Naminé was created when Kyrie's heart left Sora's body. Hence why Naminé has a innate connection to both Kyrie and to Sora.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, Naminé,
Huh. So she's kind of like a weird version of her kid. Their kid.
Yeah, but she's more parts Kyrie than Sora, which is explained
Oh,
because
definitely.
they eventually merge again.
I will say the one thing that is confusing me with the way that nobody's get generated in this way is I always thought that they would, appear where the heart left the body.
No. Very specifically, no. I forget if they appear in random... The only nobody we have actually seen spawn is Roxas. So, and he appeared in Twilight Town, where Sora had never been. So, it's a little confusing as to exactly where they generate, but it's not... The Heartless appears where the heart leaves the body. The nobody appears somewhere else.
there goes our
okay.
ride.
Yep, that's right, Sora. It's funny. You're stranded. Alright, so folks, this is the actual level we're going to be playing through, and then we're going to end the stream today. And the reason I'm doing it is there's the money pouch. Again, these are story-based items and Crystal Orb. I think there's actually a thing for...
Oh, I forgot that they changed the
item loadout?
interaction menu.
Oh, yeah, it's so much better now. And then the journal, we can now go back and see different worlds. Actually, this still counts as Twilight Town. Sora saying farewell to his new friends of Hayner, Pence, and Olette, who he literally met for all of 5 minutes. We now have more treasures. Again, we couldn't get to this one, even though we could see it. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 treasures in this world. There's 4 of them on this landing. And character links, we now have King Mickey. Oh, and Jiminy's journal. We have the Ansem report. I'll read through all of these at some point when I get more of them. And we now have the creeper for the nobodies, these walking little dudes. Alright, so right now, until we get to the doors, we have access. But again, we're only going to be running like 12 feet. before we hit another cutscene. And there's 3 treasure chests over here that I want to get. There's one on the other side of the door, which I'm hoping I can get to before I talk to him. And again, these are Aethers are great in this game because instead of just giving you back 3 bars of magic, it refills the whole thing. Because magic is a lot more finite in this game, and it will always cost the same amount. You never get more. It's just it becomes more powerful the more you increase your magic stat.
What's going on?
I was about to say, don't they also make it easier to get back? Like, once you burn it all up, you just need to, like, last long enough for it to respawn, regen.
If you have empty haste, it fills up when it's empty, but if it's not empty, it will not charge unless you have empty rage.
Perfect bodyguard for me.
Okay.
Oh.
See, it don't matter how tough he is.
And I forgot that Pete was introduced as a major bad guy in this one.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean,
they're those things that come out of the darkness in folks' hearts. Why, with all those heartless at her side, my dear friend Maleficent is gonna conquer everything.
Like, he technically was around for the events of Kingdom Hearts 1.
To pay, I'm going round to a bunch of different worlds
we
and
never
building
saw
an
him,
army
so.
Yes,
of
no, he
heartless,
wasn't.
special for her. Oh, why am
Oh,
I
wow.
talking
I
to
forgot
you
how much of an
squeaks
idiot
anyway?
he was in
Go
this,
on,
too.
Scram,
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
behind
he's
schedule as it
not
is.
smart at all.
You ought to find something nicer to do.
Oh, says who? Huh? Oh, it's you.
And like they couldn't recognize the voices or the backside. Like,
doing here?
that's fantastic.
What are you doing here?
So Pete's
You know
introduced
him?
in Birth by Sleep.
We sure do. Pete's been causing
He
trouble
does
for
cause
ages.
trouble in Disney Town, but he's trying
His
to win a
Majesty
award for being
banished him to
nice.
another dimension a long time
And
ago.
His Majesty meaning
I wonder how
Minnie,
he escaped.
Her Majesty. And no, they just sent him somewhere
You want
Maleficent
to know
found him.
how, eh? Well, Maleficent busted me out, that's how.
He was just floating
And
around. He
your
wasn't actually
world-
locked up.
No. All the worlds are gonna belong to yours.
He wasn't
truly.
banished, he just got lost, pretty much.
'Cause,
They just
Maleficent's
sent him
gonna help
away
me
to learn a
conquer.
lesson, like to stop,
Maleficent.
being nice for the sake of, just getting an award.
Oh,
Oh, what are you laughing at? Why, Maleficent's power is so great that...
She's toast.
Huh?
Yeah, you.
sorry, but Maleficent can't help you now.
I do think
What
one
do
of the
you
most
mean?
interesting bits in this game is
You! So
What?
you're the ones that
when
did it.
you
Well,
meet his
we might
past
have had
self,
something
kind
to
of.
do
Yes.
with it.
And
He's just like cantankerous, but he's not necessarily.
Oh no.
Heartless Squad, round
Well,
up!
here's the thing. Pete's not evil. He's just full of himself. Which is a big, thing. Like he doesn't really have loyalty. He just is like paying a debt back to Maleficent. He actually gains some sense of pride. Oh, and here's the first set of Heartless we ever see in this game. But I've got no defensive abilities. And yeah, Heartless are only worth 2 XP. The weakest nobodies are worth 6. And I actually think that the
Nobodies have a lot more guile to them.
no, there's only 14 nobodies in the game.
You just wait. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, messes with the
There are
mighty
14
Pete.
variations of
Nobody
nobody.
types, right?
So, mighty Pete.
Yes, besides
Who
the
lives in this tower
organization
anyway?
members. So, not the bosses.
Oh, you don't know, eh? Well, it's old
other thing that
Yen
confused
Sid.
me
Yen
is.
Sid
Of course,
spelled Disney
he's
spelled
probably
backwards.
heartless by now.
Yep.
Master Jensen,
Pete
yes,
was
sir.
originally a cat in like the Steamboat Willie short, right?
Cat or dog, it's drawn weirdly.
Yen Sid is the king's
The tail,
teacher.
I think, made it
Wow,
look more
sounds powerful.
cat-like.
Yeah.
But
I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a dog or something, or a wolf or something. Okay, I'm gonna head back outside because I am pretty sure there is a treasure chest right there on the left of the staircase.
I do get a kick out of the fact they just ignore him at the end.
Oh yeah, no. The only reason Pete keeps this is gonna be the map. No, where's the map of the tower? I thought it was here. Oh, okay. So yeah, in Kingdom Hearts 1, if I wanted to go back out there, I just could. But no, Sora constantly says stuff like this, preventing me from going and getting stuff. Which means I have to wait to get that on my second trip to this area, which is going to be a long, long way away. One of the things I'm also happy about is it's a lot quicker to get to my save data in this run, even though it has the same number of save slots. So we're literally just going to run up to the top of this tower, because this is going to be our info dump. that's right. I can't roll. But I do love this tower. This is a great tower to be leveling up your final form later on in the game, because just so many nobodies spawn. But they're just heartless now. And notice Donald and Goofy are actually doing work now. Like, there were 3 heartless there. I killed one of them. They killed the rest. Donald and Goofy, putting in an A for effort.
So is this improved AI, or is it better stat lines?
So I am the lowest level character of the party right now.
Which won't last long, but...
Actually it does, because we gain XP at the same level.
What about the times where you end up,
Nope, they still gain it. They still gain it. Their XP, their levels are directly based off of mine, as are every ally we have in each world.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if I'm level 10 right now, I think they will always be... Goofy will almost be a full level ahead of me. Donald will be half a level ahead of me. Normally, whenever we go to a world, that character will be a level and a half ahead of me. And granted, this shrinks. But I'm not going to look in the journal yet. Come on. So if you look right here, Sora is level 8, and he requires about 200 XP to get to level 9. Donald needs 37 XP to get to level 9, and Goofy's probably, level 9, and, 281. Again, it's a linear progression in this game, so eventually we will all be the same level, and it will be a closer gap, and we'll just be leveling up at the same time. But that's, once we at least hit around level 30. Yeah, like, also, Donald has Thunder and Cure at this point in the game. I have no magic. Because they realized Donald was useless without his magic.
Which, that probably should have been something they realized during producing the first game, but...
Yeah, the other nice thing is I can pick their individual abilities and set them, so it's not just support or attack abilities. Like Goofy's Bash, I have set on high right now because it's the only thing he can use magic on. And he will never get, MP gift or anything even remotely similar to it. So him conserving MP is no longer a, thing.
And Bash stuns enemies, or is it just like a high damage attack?
It's a throw. He's
Oh.
Captain America.
Oh, okay. That's actually useful.
So it's a ranged attack for Goofy, which he desperately needs. Eventually, I will turn it off for Goofy Tornado. Yeah, now Donald's leveled up, which means I won't be... Okay, where's the reaction command for soldiers? I know they're in a Cyclone.
Do you have to deflect them before you can use it?
No. It just triggers whenever. The only reason is because, as you do reaction commands, it gets logged in the journal, as that's a way to defeat the Heartless.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember if, like, the way to make it pop up as an option was to, like, tech them for...
No,
so the
normally
worlds aren't at peace after all?
The worlds aren't at peace, and you separated them all. You fool! But yeah, as we learned in Birth by Sleep, and we're about to learn now, Keyblade wielders can open the ways between, which will allow you to travel to different worlds. And here we are, we're about at the top. I think we're going to hit a bunch of soldiers here.
I will say one of the things that confuses me about that is,
What?
aren't you locking the worlds as you go in these games for the most part?
You lock the heart of the world so darkness can no longer destroy it in Kingdom Hearts 1. In Kingdom Hearts 2, you are just opening the ways between to get to a different world. Because Sora, who is not a Keyblade Master, can't open them all, so he has to open them up one at a time by whatever world he's closest to.
Okay, well, and that's to open the way, right?
The way between, yes.
Okay,
Jens
I
is
thought
about
he was
to...
locking them up.
No, Jens is about to explain it right now.
Aha.
Hey there.
Sora, show some respect.
His eyes and eyebrows. No matter what, he just looks like a creep. Oh my god.
So, you are Sora.
Yeah, that's definitely his look.
Have you seen the king yet?
Yes, we did, Master.
Master
but we
Disney
didn't get a
spelled
chance
backwards.
to talk to him.
So this is actually a
King
plot
has been
dump right here.
quite busy of late.
The king has been busy since Birth by
Therefore,
Sleep.
it would seem that the task of instructing you three falls upon my
So just so you know, in Birth by Sleep, one of the first things we are told in the game is that Yensid used to be a Keyblade master, but he is a master no more. He no longer has the ability to use a Keyblade.
We have to go on another quest? I was looking forward to finding my friend Riku, so we could go back to the islands.
Yeah, well,
yes,
tough.
I know.
Tough, Sora.
However, everything in your journey, Sora, is connected.
Yes, because everyone is connected
Whether you will find your way home to the islands.
I mean, with the way that his stories goes,
alone,
he eventually finds his friends anyway in the course of everything else he tries to.
And whether or not the islands will still be
this
there.
Is just ominous. Like, you're like, is he a bad guy? Am I gonna have to fight him?
Key that
That's like the main thing with Jensen's design, which also brings up the real Disney to a degree in some ways.
Key?
Yes, Sora is the key now. Not just the Keyblade, he is the key.
Chosen wielder of the Keyblade.
He's not the only one.
You are the key that will open the door to light.
Which he closed the door to light, so now he has to open it. Cool. Alright, explain nobodies to us, Yensid. Cutscenes in this game are just so long. Though this is the last big one we have.
This book contains valuable knowledge you will need for your journey. Study it carefully.
Okay, so I'm gonna read the book, even though I don't have to.
Once you have finished, we will speak of the enemies you will surely confront.
This is a little bit more of a tutorial, but it also is a way for them not to have a 20-minute cutscene. Alright, I'm gonna read the book. So I'll read the beginning out loud. The beginning. Each journey gives rise to a chance encounters, and each encounter brings forth a farewell. Whether a farewell leads to a journey, the worlds open their hearts. There are those chosen by the light, those ensnared by darkness. Friends who share the same bonds through though their paths may differ. When you doubt the path trod thus far, when the hand you held is lost to you, gaze anew at the heart that once was, for all answers are within. So, for those of you who need to understand that, darkness and light, this is a allusion to the 7 wielders of light and the 13 forces of darkness. Effectively, these are the 2 forces that are going to be coming together in Kingdom Hearts 3. So that is a nice little hint to that. And the person who doesn't count as either is Sora. He's kind of in the middle ground. He's a Keyblade wielder, but he was also, well, in Dream Drop Distance, a little bit seduced by the Dark Path. Long dream, a sad farewell, hanging in the air, in that world between. What is reality? What is illusion? The path chosen by a young boy leads to his memories. When caught in the stream of gaze and nights going past, gaze anew at your steps, for there all confusion will end. Well, that just seemed confusing as hell, wouldn't you agree, Scribbles?
Very much, although it sounds basically like the plot of, Chain of Memories.
Yes and no. So that right there was a reference to how Sora and Roxas are connected, and how, if you notice, Sora had no memories of Castle Oblivion at the beginning of this game. They rebuilt his memories, and Roxas had no memories of his time in the organization at the beginning of this game. Roxas also had no memories at the beginning of 315 over 2 days when he was split from Sora. Likewise, this introduces us to the Ventus problem in Birth by Sleep, who was split into 2 parts, light and darkness, and the light side had no memories. And by the end of Birth by Sleep, he took Sanctuary inside of Sora's heart, hence why Roxas and Ventus look alike, and Roxas does not look like Sora. So the interlude there is explaining pretty much how all 3 of them are tied together, and they are considered the 3 that held all their groups of friends together. Roxas held Axel Gion together, and, you know, the organization members, none of them really disliked him, they just claimed they didn't have hearts and didn't have the emotions. Sora connects all of the friends that he's ever met, and, Ventus really was the one who tied together, Aqua and Terra, and, you know, Master Eriquis and whatnot. The future story.
I'm having a brief moment where I'm wondering, is Sora kind of like a substitute heart for people who don't have them or something?
Sora is the heart that connects all others, and yes and no. People's hearts have repeatedly taken sanctuary inside of Sora's to grow strong again.
Repeatedly?
Ventus, who has not gotten his heart back yet, and is probably the reason why Sora can still use a Keyblade, and Kairi. So there's 2 right there. There are others. We won't go into it now, because that is kind of spoilers for later on, but yeah.
The 7 princesses.
Yes, for a short time, though that's finicky. Will the day come when this battle, born of confusion, will end? It is different things to different people. Can the reality be that which is hidden? The reason is mere existence. Still, memories can be believed. Be not afraid. Entrust your body to the soothing wave of your memories, and by your fleeting rest will be over, and everything will begin. So again, what I said earlier about memories being etched on people's hearts, it allows for, well, everybody to stay connected even though, they forget things. Even if, a character like Xion was forgotten, they are allowed to, remain connected to the rest of the people they know and love. The book contains important knowledge. Be sure to read it. I'm done.
Congrats.
Other thing about that is,
But wait a sec. How come the Heartless are still running around?
Okay, important plot, I guess.
Your past endeavors did prevent an immense effusion of Heartless from the Great Darkness.
Thanks.
Make no mistake about that.
I hear a butt coming.
However, the Heartless are darkness made real, and darkness yet lingers in every heart.
So what you're saying is there's
The
no way to
Heartless
get
are
rid of them.
pure, but while darkness exists in a single heart, it will be difficult to eliminate them.
So we can't defeat the Heartless, is what you're saying.
Gosh, that must mean
can make them so
if
they can't take over the
everybody's heart
world.
was full of light, them Heartless would go away.
So mind control! Excellent idea, Goofy.
Now, it is time to speak of the enemies that you will encounter.
So this right here explains why the Heartless are less threatening than nobodies.
Because they're just
If
natural
one
and
such
they're
as
not
you,
like
Donald,
the driven by.
yields to the darkness in their heart,
Yields to dark.
they too will become a Heartless. But you know this. The Heartless are always lurking
Always.
and ever seeking to capture new hearts.
Yes, we know this
Never
from the
let your
first game.
guard down.
Of course not.
Now then,
I want to learn how to cast illusion magic like Yen and Sid. This seems awesome.
at times, if someone with a strong
I do also find it
heart
funny
and
that he
will,
picked on
be they
Donald
evil or
immediately
good,
for
becomes a
Because
Heartless.
Donald trained with
The
Merlin.
empty shell
King Mickey
they
trained
leave
with Yen and
behind
Sid.
begins to act with a will of its own.
Strong will. An empty vessel whose heart
An
has been...
empty vessel whose heart has been stolen away.
Little zipper
A
mouths.
spirit that goes on even as its body fades from existence. For you see, no bodies do not truly exist at all.
And that's the key component of the game.
No
Are the
bodies
members
may
of the
seem to
organization
have feelings, but
actually
this is a
evil
ruse. They only
because they just
pretend
want
to have hearts.
because they just want to become whole again?
You must not
That's not really
be
an evil
deceived.
motive, would you say?
Nobodies.
Not
They
really.
Don't exist.
The way you can go about it can be evil, though.
Now then,
Yes, which is how the
being you
organization
see
works.
before you
The problem
is
is they're
known
working
as a
for
dusk.
Xemnas, aka Xehanort.
They are the most common form of nobody. But there are
I mean, the
others,
thing that gets me, though,
some
is
larger,
since so much of
some with
personality is based on
frightening and
memory
unique
and stuff like
powers.
that, like,
Be vigilant.
what makes it so that,
On your journey,
like, if they have
you'll
pretty much
meet
all
an
the
alarming
things that
number
would
of
otherwise
dusks.
dictate what having
They
a
will
heart would do.
all attempt
Yeah,
to do
that's
harm.
so. That's one of the points of 350 and over 2 days.
Still,
The
they are
thought is
nothing
that
but
Axel
empty
and Roxas
shells
and Leon
destined
started to
return
develop hearts.
darkness. But
Like, kind of regenerate new hearts in it.
Kind of, or like grow connected to their old ones. Here we go.
I mean, I would argue that it basically, like, the fact
the
they're forging new
beings you see
connections
before you
that
now are
they
different.
have is, like, just those
These
scenes on the
powerful
clock tower with the
nobodies
ice
have
cream.
formed a
I
group called
think
Organization
probably-
13.
Like
Like,
every
it commands
day
the
after each
lesser
mission, I
nobodies.
sea salt ice cream. So this is explaining the organization
Organization
members
13.
who've seen these coats before. We have no
Yeah,
idea.
but apparently they're available at like
While
Dark and Brooding
heartless
RS
act on
because
instinct,
they're
nobody
more than
is
just the
functioning in a
Organization
higher
13
manner.
group had them.
They can think
Organization
and
and
it
Diz.
seems they are working
So
towards
probably
a goal.
they were in a stockpile in Hollow
What
Bastion.
that goal is.
Well,
we
the
do
thing
not
is, they
know.
also had one for
king
Riku, and they
sensed
also
the
had one
danger
for
and journeyed forth
Mickey.
to
Although that
fight it.
was
Yes!
a little more confusing because they even had
He
the.
found the Dark
They-
Realm's
they got
keyblade,
those
and
from
with
Diz.
it closed the door.
Diz gave
Oh,
them
okay.
Now
those.
he's
So, yeah.
traveling from world to world, fighting the Heartless as he seeks the answer to the riddle of the Nobodies and Organization 13.
Then I guess we better go find the king first.
What
Yep.
more could he be?
Well, we won't know till we look.
Yeah, and the king must know where Riku is.
He
because
must.
The two of them were together in the realm of darkness when we closed the door.
And then they ended
You
up
know,
in Castle
after
Oblivion
defeating
together.
Ansem.
So,
I like the fact
before
that
you go, you will
Riku got
need
the
more
king
suitable
as a
traveling
companion for
clothes.
that story.
those look a bit too small for you.
Yes, they do. Thank you for
So
pointing it out.
You'll find 3 good fairies. If you ask, they'll create for you appropriate garments.
Gosh, Sora, you sure are going
I didn't realize
fast.
this, but even Sora's original outfit had a hood
guess.
on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, like like that was one of the things I mentioned about Kingdom Hearts 3 was like Sora, Kairi, and Riku all had ridiculously large hoods on their outfits, their new character design. I'm gonna say, which wasn't a big deal, but I'm just like I thought it was a little odd, and now I'm like, oh wait, Sora's had it in Kingdom Hearts 1, and no, he definitely has a hood in Kingdom Hearts 2, so it's less out of the way. Also, Sora has the most outfit changes of any character in these games.
When you say that, do you mean just like the fact that his clothes change when he does drive forms?
No, so he has this set of clothing, he has his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit. Dream Drop Distance, they give him a different set of clothing, which is mostly black and red, which is a foil to Riku's, yellow and blue.
Okay.
And in Kingdom Hearts 3, he keeps with the red theme, Kairi gets a pink theme, and Riku gets a, black and green theme, which looks really cool, I believe.
Oh, neat.
Flora,
I will say one of the things that gets me most about the fact he's been wearing these clothes
you
for this
guys,
long when
Riku
he's
and the
gotten
king.
this much taller.
I don't care who this organization is. or
How
what
is
it's
he
planning.
moving in those without
With the
all the
5 of
seams
us,
splitting?
6 of us, there's nothing to worry about,
Like
right?
I'm kind of surprised he's not speaking a full octave higher too.
I mean, he grew.
Because that's a jumpsuit. Dude.
Yeah, he grew into them. So imagine of you utilizing your strength to its fullest flows through your mind. An image of you using your magic to its fullest flows through your mind. An image of you obtaining old powers flows through your mind. An image of you possessing all abilities flows through your mind. An image of the Keyblade Unleashed, its ultimate power, flows into your mind. So for those of you who don't... Oh, and then the last one.
The shadow one.
An image of you overcome by the power of darkness flows into your mind. So right here you have Valor form, Wisdom form. So power is Valor where you fuse with Goofy. Wisdom form where you fuse with Donald and gives you all magic. Master form where you fuse with both Donald and Goofy exclusively. And you get the power of King Mickey. So magic and power. The Keyblade Unleashed is final form. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is Master form. This was limit form where you can use Ragnarok and whatnot, and you just don't use either of them. Then there's Keyblade to the fullest potential is final form when you fuse with Roxas, and it takes up 2 party members, any 2. And then anti-form, which is a fantastic form if you want to trigger it, but is terrible in boss fights, which is when it will most often show up.
Yep. I think the odds are actually bent likely to trigger. during
I'm
the boss
actually going to explain the math, but first I'm going to talk to these fairies and enable this cutscene. These clothes will help you grow as much as you can. You've been told, hurry up and try on your new clothes. I think it's... So now we have to change our clothes. And they're
Which
gonna...
is overdue.
Yeah, so they give us clothes that allows us to really pull out our inner power,
Well,
which
look
is our
who's
drive
here,
ability, which is
dears.
what I just explained.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
So the
Oh,
math
if you're
here
looking
is
for
pretty
clothes,
simple.
you've come to the right place.
Whenever you drive
I'll do the designing.
into Valor form, which is with Goofy, or Wisdom form with just Donald, you add 3 to your drive counter. I believe it's 3. No, not green. That's a terrible color.
That will never do.
Limit form, I believe, adds 4. And again, you can just do that by yourself. It's the only drive form you can do when you don't have other allies with you.
But
Closer.
don't you like this better?
This is going to go on for a while. Master form increases the gauge by 5. Which is, ironically, how many gauges you take to use each of those forms. Now, as this counter gets higher, the game is rolling in the background a random number generator. And if you get a number that is under the amount of drive counters you are overtaken by the power of darkness, and you become an anti-Sora, which is like the shadow version you fought earlier.
Now, dears.
Incredibly strong, incredibly fast, it has no defense, no magic, and it's the only drive form that you can't exit out of freely. You're in it until your drive gauge is depleted. Then, when you exit, you have no magic and no drive.
Oh, yeah.
Zipper
I don't think you can pick up health orbs either.
You can, but they don't drop.
Now, those aren't ordinary garments.
Oh.
But whenever you go into anti-form, you drop that gauge by 3.
Take the orb, dear.
Only 3?
Only 3. Whenever you when you fight a boss, light.
Whoa!
Oh, and now we have a second Keyblade, Starseeker. We will not be able to switch this out until we beat the first world, because I would prefer to have that as my primary Keyblade. So, okay.
This journey's going to be twice as difficult as your
Roxas
last.
isn't the only badass now. We now have Sora with 2 Keyblades, which is awesome. It's draining.
Garments also have other powers, but you'll have to discover what they are.
Cool,
as
thank you.
Continue on your journey.
Okay,
and
I'll
the thing
do
is,
my best.
once you unlock Final Form, you will never have to worry about Anti-Form.
Because when you use it, it actually subtracts.
It subtracts 7. Starseeker. Increases maximum combo by 1 when in midair, so it's an air combo plus 1. And Valor Form. With Goofy's help, you could drive command. So each drive form has a different set of conditions to level it up, and each drive, as you level it up, gives you abilities. This will give us more of our combo pluses, air combo pluses, and, combo mastery, etc.
And high jump.
High jump is the static movement ability that will get upgraded. Its power will absorb... Notice I have a drive of 3, which is exactly how much I need to get into Valor and Wisdom form. But the party member will disappear, will transform, we know this.
I will say that I like Valor Form because it has the simplest way to level up.
It does not, actually.
I thought it was just based on how many hits you make.
Yes, that is not easy.
I mean, yes it is, because that's what you're doing with it. Meanwhile, with Magic Form, Wisdom Form, you have to, fight enemies that drop MP orbs, because that's the only way to actually...
No.
Really?
It's defeating Heartless. I think you drop
Oh,
something.
okay. Isn't there a form that's like...
Oh, right,
it's
stickers.
based on how many something you picked up?
Yes. Folding out. So, I forgot. In this game, you also have stickers. This is a gift, too. This was added to the final mix. I completely blanked on this minigame. Once you get all your movement abilities, you can collect them all pretty easily. But, you'll see, random glowing Sora symbols, the Kingdom Hearts crowns. And as you put more pieces into each puzzle on each world, you unlock synthesis items.
Oh, nice.
So it's pretty good. When you actually complete a picture, that is when you get the best stuff. I'll make sure to make a note of it in my journal. Thanks, Jiminy. These were actually introduced in Birth by Sleep. You obtain a puzzle piece. They're scattered over all worlds. So may access learning certain abilities and can be viewed and collected in Jiminy's journal.
It's so easy to forget that Jiminy is,
around
with this group most of the...
Yeah, I'm just gonna... okay, form abilities are fixed, so that says we can't change them, but we can look through them. Yeah, the main reason why you get so much stronger Valor Form is because you get the strength boost of both Keyblades. Alright, so new items. So we have more synthesis stuff. Abilities, now in Valor Form. And notice everything. So all of these are just action abilities, triangle abilities, or square abilities that, are counterattacks. High jump, exclusively going to be in Valor Form. As we level up Valor Form, we will then, I think Valor Form level 3 gives us high jump 1 in Sora's base form. And then Sync Keyblade and Scan. They will all have Scan, which is nice. And now currently I have Damage Control and Aerial Combo Plus as my Keyblade abilities. Again, you could change those, which makes it really useful. They don't need any more. They don't have any more. Do I have any more abilities? Oh, I have an item boost now. Oot. And we're just going to quickly jump into the journal. And I have all the maps for Twilight Town as of right now. Pieces. I have obtained one puzzle piece in this world. We'll finish looking at the journal in a little bit. And status, so now Valor Form. So if you look at it, experience 0, next level is 80. For every attack dealt to an enemy in Valor Form, 1 point of experience is gained. So the problem with this is your strength is so through the roof that at this level, you'll only get like 3 experience per enemy you beat. Just because of how many hits you will do before you kick their butt. The best time to use Valor Form to level it up is during boss fights. The problem is there are some bosses who gain immunity. Like, Pete is just a big sack of HP. He is fantastic for just constantly attacking, but he can go invincible for a period of time during each of his fights. So Valor Form is that fight. Wisdom Form, which we get after we do Disney Castle and Timeless River. At the end of Timeless River, we go back into Timeless River. There's a ton of weak Heartless that spawn around the docks, and you just go there. And there's our gummy ship, the High Wind.
I remember just doing laps back and forth in the first half of the world at the end of Worlds.
The world that never was?
Thank you.
You're wrong.
So you guys ready to go?
That, I'll explain why you're wrong in a minute. Limit Form is every time you use one of your earlier abilities.
Just a moment.
So Strike Raid, Ragnarok, Sonic Blade.
Because of your previous endeavors, the worlds have returned to their original
Here we go. This is the lane between
states.
explanation. I'll finish my drive explanation in a
That means
minute.
the pathways between them have disappeared.
It's true.
How do we get around?
Sora needs to open the paths. That's what
Do
he's
not
saying
fear.
here.
If what the king suspected proves true, the worlds have prepared new pathways along
The
which
lanes
you may
between
travel.
is what he's referencing here. You just need to
These
unlock them.
pathways may be utilized by
I thought that's what the warp gummy was for.
Gates.
We don't get that in this world.
How
No,
these gates are open?
they explained it in Kingdom Hearts
I'm
1
afraid I
that
do
the
not
gummy,
know.
once the worlds separated after Kingdom Hearts was
However,
locked,
the Keyblade
Gummy Ship
will
could not
serve
get
as your guide.
them to different areas.
When a beam of light radiates from the Keyblade, return to the gummy ship.
So, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1,
Though the worlds may seem far apart and out of reach,
Sora
they
said that like
nonetheless
when we separate the world and seal
connected
Keyblade,
by
we won't be able to
invisible
see the Final
ties.
Fantasy character again. We might never
As
see
do
Kairi
our
again on the
hearts.
island. So that's
Our
why this
hearts are
journey
connected.
is, him going to worlds and
That
also
is
finding his way
correct.
to reunite with his friends.
Got it.
But be warned, as you proceed,
As we proceed.
the Heartless and the Nobodies will be using their own paths. Corridors of darkness to travel
So right here,
from
we're
world
using
to
the
world.
ways
They
between
may be attempting
corridors
to
of
link
darkness.
these dark pathways to the gates between the worlds.
How that's not fair.
So corridors of darkness, they're already going to be
Now then,
in the different worlds.
That is all the information I can give
All
to
right.
you.
Thank God the info
Go
drop is done.
forth, Sora, Donald,
Any questions
and
about what's
Goofy.
going on here, Scribbles?
Everyone is waiting.
Okay, let's get going.
Not really.
All right. So the Heartless and Nobodies use the corridors of darkness, which is what the organization uses. It's also what Mickey and Riku have been using to teleport places. He disappears, of course, because he's not going to stick around for this. Sora, Donald, and Goofy have to use the ways between, which is actually traveling, and they use the ways between with the gummy ship to get to different worlds. They can't just use it without the gummy ship. In Birth by Sleep, they had specialized armor, and their Keyblades could transform into vehicles. Now, this is, I think, a very cool bit of mythos and lore here. Because, again, most of the Disney villains outside of Hades were taken care of in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Very permanently.
Haven't we
yes.
Very
seen this
permanently,
somewhere
including
before?
this one.
Yes, dear. I wonder whose it was.
Oh.
Malefic!
Here we go.
No, we mustn't remember
You know,
her
the funny
name.
thing I was wondering, like,
She was a mean old witch. Oh no.
So here's the thing.
The memories are coming
memories
back.
make things
What do we
real,
do?
similar to Xion and like
what do we
Riku
do?
Replica. Maleficent has that same power, whereas people remember you, she can retake form. which is
That's-
horrifying.
That's yeah. Huh.
Yes.
Perhaps we should
That's
tell
cheap.
Master Izzy.
It is.
Yes, that's what we must
Maleficent
do.
is an entity of darkness. She can never truly be gone as long as people remember her.
Huh.
Which makes her
Okay.
an ideal villain. She can also, resurrect Disney villains, because she does it in this game. But she is the Empress of Evil, containing all the powers of heck! But yeah, she's back. Okay, so real quick how we level up all the forms. Just said Valor form is number of hits on an enemy. Good for boss fights, lots of HP. Wisdom form is killing Heartless exclusively. Master form is picking up drive orbs. There used to be good places where they would drop. That's changed.
Howdy, Sora. How you doing?
Like the areas changed. They just relocated, so you got to do it now. We got Chip and Dale. Favorite gun. Oh, they're gonna just talk. Limit form is whenever you use one of your abilities, Strike Raid, Arx Arcanum, Ragnarok, etc. And the best spot to do that.
Forgot about
Because it was exclusive to Final Mix.
Okay, that's why I don't know it.
Yeah. It's the best spot to do it is, and actually the best spot to level up Valor form is in Agrabah. You're going to be meeting new enemies called the Mushroom 13, which you have to beat mini games to do stuff with them. And if you beat it in a certain amount of time or get a certain number of hits or
Only
something.
one?
Yep, only one.
That's no good.
Wait, I think it's a world we know.
Cool. Okay.
Wait, does limit form actually look different?
Limit form actually puts you back in the clothes that you had in as Sora in the first game.
Oh, okay.
So the best spot to do it is there's a Mushroom 13 in, I'm going to save here, folks. That's Hollow Bastion. We're going to redo it later on, but first we'll go through the journal. There's a mushroom he just lays back, and he constantly is regaining health, so you can keep wailing on him with Limit form or with Valor form, and you won't be able to beat him. You need Final form to beat him. And then right as you're about to run out of gauge, you run to the save point, go to the gummy ship, come back, and you're back at full gauge. It's really cheap to do. So character links, we have Sora, Resolved, It's Adventure, we have Yensid and the fairies as well. Final form is how many nobodies you defeat. So, the best place to do that is either in Yensid's tower or in the mansion. The only form you don't have to level up is Anti-form. It's already kind of ridiculous. And by endgame, the only way you can get into it is if you use the Keyblade Light and Shadow, which is whenever you would drive, you drive either into Anti-form or into Final form. But it's useful for unlocking Final form, and that's why they gave it to you. So this is just going over everything. The journal is a great way to, go through everything. I like clearing it out so there's no new stuff. And again, you'll at the end of each world, you gain a couple of pictures. So the Awakening and the King's Teacher. There's 3 pictures here. We'll get 3 more. Some worlds, every world should get ultimately 8. So you can tell by the pictures how many times you need to revisit the world. New outfit. Now we've got Pete and Maleficent as well. And that's pretty much it for the journal. At least on this. And now we can go into here, the Jiminy part, which is everything. So we've got Heartless, we've got Soldiers now, we've done 1 Cyclone. It keeps track of our reaction commands. And that's actually part of completing the journal, doing a reaction command on everything that can have a reaction command. Treasures, we can look at each world. We missed 1 from Twilight Town because we don't have high jump. And puzzle pieces. List of pieces. Oh, I'm not going to do that. So puzzle mode. Awakening. I'm going to put that here because I'm pretty sure it goes here. If the closer you are to finishing the puzzle... Actually, let's try... I think it tells you when you're in the right spot. Or maybe you need at least 2. You might need at least 2 pieces. But every time you complete a new puzzle thing, you get new stuff, so that's cool. Alright, well, with that done, also you can dash. So this is your warp ability here. scribbles, you can dash, and you don't really have to do anything. So we're about to go into Hollow Bastion, and we will save this for next time. But Hollow Bastion is fun. Hollow Bastion is like the pseudo-new hub world. We constantly have to go back there. Twilight Town is a close second, but it's mostly Hollow Bastion. But at this point in Kingdom Hearts 2, you can pretty much do whatever you need to just from the gummy ship menus, outside of actually interacting with the worlds and buying stuff. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Again, this is the Kingdom Hearts 2 story. And I'm Izzy Craze 365.
Scribbled Slate.
And we'll see you all next time. Take it easy, folks. Enjoy. Bye-bye.